don't mind me adjusting the screen. Okay, my audio is working correctly over there. One second, guys. Troubleshooting. It'll be on. We'll be starting in 1 second. Troubleshooting as always. As always. We've got no desktop audio over on the TikTok side. We've got no desktop audio, and I need to fix that for you guys. We got none. Let's see if I can fix it. Guys, I need to get this audio fixed. I might just reopen. I think I'm just gonna reopen. Guys, I'm gonna reopen. I think it could be a TikTok Live studio issue, so I'll be right back. it was easy, everyone would do it, I guess. All right. Let's get this going. Why don't we? We got it fixed. Google helps with everything. It's never easy. What's going on, guys? Never easy. Got to make sure all that's set up. All right, we're going to get started just a sec. We gonna get started in just a second. You guys over there on TikTok, you guys can hit that little button to turn it horizontal so you can see what I'm gonna show you a lot better. We got a lot to go over today. I told you I'd have this ready. Added some logos to the corners. We're looking good. I want to make sure my alerts are working as well. The sounds, which I think they are, but just got to make sure everything is working since I've been, you know. Yeah, it should be. Okay. Since I've updated a lot of this stuff lately. Yeah, we should be good. What does that sound? Is someone playing music outside? Okay. Check, check. How's it sound? What's going on, everyone? It's starting to rumble. I'm close to Tulsa. That's what happens in Tulsa. No, well, here's the thing. Yeah, Tulsa, you already had storms move over. You have some more down here to the southwest. These are moving up to the northeast, and if we take a look at what's going on with these...
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
You guys can hear that, right? Want to make sure that we're getting all of our alerts. Perfect. So we've got half dollar size hail, 60 mile per hour winds, quarter size hail, 60 mile per hour winds heading up towards northeastern Oklahoma. Doesn't look like the most dangerous storms I've ever seen, but we got to take everything seriously. I don't like the shape of this down here. Let's quickly take a look at this before I get over what's going on today and what we can expect. Look, this, not a big fan of the shape. Nothing. Yeah, little spin rotation in this maybe. I don't know. I think we got to watch this closely, guys. So if you're in Henrietta, Texas, or the surrounding regions, Scotland, surrounding regions. This is to the south of Wichita Falls, Texas. Just stay alert. Just a severe thunderstorm warning right now. Pretty weak one, but there's a little bit of a spin-like feature happening in there, so we'll keep our eye on it. Okay. Okay. Let me get this a little bigger here so I can see what the heck is going on. Do you know when it will hit just north of Springfield? Here, yeah, we can go over timing, guys. Let's go over everything, and then I'll start answering questions. It's super loud. Oh, it's not super loud today. Okay, good. I turned it up. I turned it down. I just don't want it to be too quiet where people can't hear it, but we are going to figure it out. Do you expect just south of St. Louis to get bad again? Potentially. It's not going to be the worst area today, but potentially. What's going on, Aaron? What's going on, Leanne? What up? Got a clip of your stream on my recommendations on IG. Love the passion and excited to see more. Yeah, that's cool. I know I was scrolling through Instagram, and you know how it has the little section that says suggest threads? It was someone on Threads talking about my rant the other night. And I was like, what are the odds I run into myself in that section? That was crazy. Anyways, we've got a large moderate for portions of northeastern, just above Dallas-Fort Worth, all of central to eastern Oklahoma, basically southeastern Kansas, northwestern Arkansas, and central to southwestern Missouri, although don't pay attention just to the moderate. I always tell you guys this. Don't pay attention just to the moderate. Let's take a look at the bigger picture here. Obviously, moderate enhanced, you have a higher risk for stuff like very large hail, strong winds, and tornadoes. let's take a look at our tornado risk here for today. I will get to answering questions. I just want to go over what's going on. Large, huge, gigantic 10% hatch risk zone. Yeah, this is not a normal sized tornado risk zone. This stretches from basically northern Missouri all the way down past Dallas-Fort Worth. So, this is just your casual 600 plus mile tall 10% hatch, significant long track tornado risk zone. Casual. Again, casual 400 mile long moderate hatch risk zone for tornadoes. A little bit ridiculous, but probably necessary. So that's what's going on with the tornado risk zone. Our wind threat, there we go. Basically a high wind threat, Springfield. Okay, tornado watch issued. You guys can see that. If you can't see that, you can click the button on TikTok in that bottom right corner. You can turn your phone sideways to see it a little bit better. I will turn on my tornado watches in here so you guys can actually see that. Let's turn that on. There's the tornado watch right now. See all these little green or all these little yellow circles? So if you are in this, well, let's expand that. You guys know where you live without having to get too close to the map. If you guys are anywhere in this area, we now have a tornado watch. It's all of central to eastern Oklahoma, portions of northwestern Arkansas, and along that border of Texas. So, but this tornado watch will expand. Trust me, this isn't the only tornado watch we're going to see today. Again, though, that you could see, this is hatched. We could see 80 to 100 mile per hour gusts in this area, almost from Jefferson City, Missouri, out to Kansas City. Out to Kansas City, I guess, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas, depending on where you live. Out to almost Wichita, Oklahoma City, down there around just to the northwest of Little Rock. Huge area. Don't just pay attention to the pink, though, of course. And, again, the most updated hail threat. This is so silly. Almost an 850 mile long 15% hatch threat for hail. 4-inch plus hail possible. You could get gorilla hail in here. We're talking 5-inch plus damaging gorilla hail. And it's Kansas, Brown, Kansas, Clay, Kansas, Crawford, Kansas. Okay, you guys see that. We do have a tornado watch up here to the north as well. That's what it was just. Yeah, here we go. We've got tornado watch down to the south, and then we've got the tornado watch up here to the north. That includes a big portion of eastern Nebraska, including Omaha. Ooh. 1 second, guys. It's arrived. It's arrived. I'll make it quick. I don't know. Whoever's wearing this has got a small head. My head's huge, as you can tell by how smart and humble I am. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Obviously kidding. Oh, what? Oh, that's a good fit. Dang. Woo! Don't worry, I already got the trademark. You can't steal it, but you can buy it. Sorry, guys. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Clean. Oh. Now we're on air. Sorry, guys. Now we're on air. Yours gets here tomorrow. Let's go, Yelly. Yeah, sorry. Some of this, I don't want it to take 10 days for stuff to get there. I'm looking into different shipping methods so I can hopefully cut the shipping time in half. I'm well aware that some stuff arrived 4 or 5 days. Some stuff, it's been almost 2 weeks, and it's like getting there today or tomorrow. So I'll look into really speeding up that shipping. I mean, I ordered this just over a week ago. Let's see. I'm drained after streaming tonight. Tyler, I feel that. I got on 3 separate times. I ended up streaming till 1:30 in the morning. I kept trying to get off. Then there was Tories and everything. Anyways, so here we go, guys. Let's quickly get into the timing. I want everyone to know what is going on today. Here we go. Latest HRRR. This is going to be the best data we have as of yet. Is that a word? Saying as of yet? Or did I just make that up? I can't remember.
New information. This severe thunderstorm
Craig, Ohio,
warning has been
Oklahoma,
updated.
Natal, Oklahoma. Pam with the swan. I see stupid people. Thanks for the heart. With the swan. Kathy, Pam, I appreciate you guys. I see stupid people. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Here we go. Storms look to really start firing off, guys. Possibly as early as 2 p.m. Central. Maybe a little bit earlier, but as possibly as early as 2 p.m. Central. So like now, okay? Especially up here into portions of northeastern Kansas and eastern Nebraska. What are these states? And we could see a big uptick as we get into the late afternoon, early evening around 5 p.m. Here's where things start to get a little spicy. Hopefully we get a big blob of moisture out ahead of this, and we kind of damper down some of that instability that we have ahead of this main kind of sketchy boundary back here, because this is where I think we're going to have our big ones, potentially strong tornadoes if, well, specifically down here. Southern node, I'm a little bit worried about down here. Southeastern Oklahoma, something big happening. Yeah, storms have already started, but they are going to get much stronger as we move forward in time, likely. Now, the late stage Triple R, guys, not too bad. You get some storms firing off, and then it just the instability dies off, and there's not like this is going to be a lot of wind and hail maybe, but your tornado chances go down the drain. I mean, potentially as early as 9 p.m., 9 p.m. tonight, if this is what happens. So this is actually not too bad. This is not too bad of a look on latest stage Triple R. I would call this a downtrend. It's not a fantastic look. We've got lots of supercell activity in here. Not a fantastic look. There we go. We've got another severe thunderstorm warning, and that is Miami, Oklahoma, headed up to the northeast towards Joplin.
A new severe
Missouri.
Thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Okay, we're getting double alerts. Maybe I'll turn off one of these alerts. I'll probably turn off my radar Omega alerts in a little bit here so we don't have to deal with both of them. But anyways, that's what's happening. Let's quickly take some soundings out here, and then I'm going to start taking questions. Let's look at the SIG tours as we move forward in time. I'm worried about down here southeastern Oklahoma, so I'm going to take a sounding from out here. Again, if you bottom right corner of TikTok, you can turn your phone sideways. You can see a lot more. Destroyed this last storm, so if it could stay away from St. Louis, that would be great. Yeah. And, you guys, in this latest HRRR, St. Louis is looking not out of the woods, but a lot better. A lot more safe, so let's hope that continues. 5,000 surface cape down here in southeastern Oklahoma. Fantastic. I mean, not fantastic, but you know what I mean. Dew points ride up that temperature really nicely. 82 over 75. Low-level directional shear isn't incredible, which is good. We do have a nice southwesterly flow down here, as you can tell, though. Nice southwesterly flow. We do have a 183 storm relative helicity with 24 knot shear at the surface, which can spin up tornadoes in a 6.0 effective layer SIG Tor param. Our storm slinky's all spinning. Possible hazard Tor. This isn't terrible looking photograph wise. And there is a ton of velocity shear at the surface. So not a ton of rotational, but a ton of velocity shear, which can be enough. So yeah, I mean, these are tornado parameters. Not the craziest I've seen, which is good, but let's continue to look here. Things can change. This is just a model. This is a little bit more scary of a look. Yeah, well, there it is. I said that before you even seen this. Possible hazard type PDS Tor. The photograph is what makes me nervous there, as well as just this kind of spinning of the lower level winds. And our skew T chart. 3,500 surface cape. Much better SRH storm relative helicity at 286 and 31 knot shear at the surface. So again, and this is almost a 9.0 effective layer and a 6.0 fixed storm, significant tornado parameter. That is central eastern Oklahoma. Yep, I've been saying this for a while. This is a concerning area. I'd want to stretch it though. I'm gonna say this area is concerning, the most concerning tornado-wise to me. I think northeastern Texas might get a little worse than what we're expecting, but that's just yeehaw, ride 'em, cowboy. Sorry, Yali. I'm gonna that's one of the things I'm gonna fix. Actually, I'm gonna have another section of my screen where I can see GIFs so I can just react to them. You know what I can do? I can turn my stream on my fake TikTok, and then I can see I can actually see it because it'll be on my main screen. Hey. Although, does it even know where my head is? When I'm like this, Yali, does it get on my head? It probably doesn't. It probably goes somewhere on the map. I probably completely ruined it. It does go on my head? Nice. All right, let's start. I'll start taking questions, guys. Can you show the avocado over Oklahoma? What do you mean by that? This avocado?
New
Thunderstorm
information. This considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Okay. Let's take a look at that. How's Western Kentucky looking for tomorrow? We can take a look at the updated models.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Mays, Oklahoma. So yeah, let's take a look. Let's go back. We're about to get the 18Z of the HRRR, which is gonna be nice. But we can take a look. Western Kentucky. Someone asked. So here is getting into. Okay, we're not gonna be able to go far enough. I'll take a look at the latest Rufus and NAM 3K. The latest Rufus. Big tornado outbreak potential on the latest Rufus. But the latest Rufus to me, just based on the look of the future reflectivity for Tuesday, this down here would be my very concerning Tor section. Concerning Tor section here as well, but damaging winds as well. Yet, that was a horrible picture to draw. Sorry, guys. That always happens. Okay, and it's impossible not to when you're highlighting stuff on the screen. The NAM 3K has absolutely nothing happening on Tuesday. Like, no severe weather, guys. Like, nothing. And it's not even the cap holding because there's thunderstorms in the area. If we get a severe outbreak on Tuesday, I'm never looking at the NAM 3K for severe weather again. It's been really bad this year. Mother Nature has a sense of humor. Yeah. Oh, yeehaw, Ride of Cowboy. my tip, Yali, my phone was right in front of me, but look, I didn't realize I can't see my head that well. Whatever, I'll figure it out. I feel bad. Oh, here. Oh, wait. I could go like this. Oh, look, I see the heart. There we go. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's true. That's true. Let's see. I want to answer questions. Springfield, Missouri today. Springfield, Missouri. Okay, let's go take a look at that. Let's actually just take a look at our HRRR on this map. I'm gonna get rid of the tornado watches, guys. Do you really need these tornado watches? You've got the huge risk zone there. You know what I mean? You know if you're in this area, there's a chance for a tornado. So let's get rid of this tornado watch, so I can see a little bit better. Yeah, Springfield, Missouri. High winds, Gorilla Hail, EF2 plus tornadoes. Fun day for you. It's all it's all possible. I wouldn't freak out or anything like that, though. There's been a downtrend in the HRRR, and even if you're in the middle of an outbreak, the odds that you have a tornado move over your head are very, very small. Just be alert. Just be alert and understand what's going on. I'm hoping we continue to see that downtrend in the HRRR because that's very nice to see. Yeah, we keep getting tornado watches. They're getting issued everywhere. Clay Center, Kansas. Oh, crap. Is the 2-year-old up? I tried to rush on to... this is going to be like a 40-minute stream, and then I'm getting off because I'm doing my longer stream later. I just like to answer questions right now, but I was hoping to do this before he got on. All right. I mean, before he got up from his nap. He's a menace. Here we go. Storms look to really be firing up near you guys right around 2 to 3 p.m. 3 p.m. or 2:30, 3 p.m. Central Time. And could definitely get a little spicy up there. Now, you could see all those storms like we see on here fire up just over you or to the east. That'd be fantastic. Maybe they all kind of hold until they move, until that instability moves just off to the east of you, and you'll just see beautiful sunny skies all day. I don't know if that's going to happen. But your severe threat could end pretty early today. I don't want to guarantee you, but your severe threat could end as early as 6 to 7 p.m. today. And that'd be nice not having to worry about it through the evening. Fingers crossed for things to downtrend, yeah. Kansas City today. Doesn't matter if you're in Missouri or Kansas. Yes. So let's look at when things start to go downhill for you. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. all the way through. I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh. 3 p.m. until 2 in the morning. We're going to have to watch. Now, your highest severe probability will likely be between 3 p.m. and then with this second line of storms here, 10. So, or sorry, not 10. Sorry. Let me go back into this. 3 p.m. and then after that moves over, yeah, 3 to 10 central. Because, you know, all the stuff in the back that could move over you in the morning hours and stuff, you're gonna be in stable air at that point. I'm not too concerned about midnight on, but we'll have to see. We'll be covering it tonight. So, but it's these initial storms that could pose a threat. And yeah, you guys have the threat for everything. You know, I hate to say it, but it's true on a day like today. Sigtor is not large hail, very large hail. That's what they call it, 4-inch plus. Damaging winds, 80 plus miles per hour. Gusts. So let's hope everything splits. We don't get any of those strong thunderstorms over your head. So you can get thunderstorms today in Kansas City, and there's a chance they won't be severe. They're not guaranteed to be severe. So let me fix this real quick, guys. Okay. Omaha. Okay. We call it Pam Town, but yeah. We could, yeah, I mean, we could get, action could really start moving in there around 5 p.m. Central, and that threat looks to be cleared out, hopefully, by about 11 p.m. tonight. Everything's possible there. You can see right here, we're looking at, I believe, the SIG hail. You guys are up there, and what are we up here in a 15% wind? And I believe you guys are in the 5% tour. 5% tour up there as well. So the possibilities are up there. I'm hopeful the worst of this stays to the south. No offense for everyone to the south. But, you know, we don't want any bad weather for Pam. Any severe weather for Pam. I've got my priorities straight. Okay. Yeah, Cincinnati are threats tomorrow. I'll quickly take a look at that. Cincinnati. Here's our day 2.
A new considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
We've got a slight overview tomorrow over there in Cincinnati. We currently have, and you guys should be able to see up there, 5 active severe thunderstorm warnings, 14 active alerts, and one of my alerts systems is actually not working. Hold up, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We need to fix. All of my alerts need to be working. Let's fix this one that is not. Shoot. Let me fix this one that is not working. Huh. 1 second, guys.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Oh, you know what? You know what? It is working. I'm just stupid. That's why, guys. It's
a new
working.
considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Working. Do I want it behind video capture? It's working. So you guys will see if you're looking at me horizontal right below me or whatever. If we get tornadoes, they will all be labeled, posted in there with details directly below me. That screen will disappear with the satellite, and we'll just have tornado details in there. But it doesn't pop up until we get tornadoes. I just want to make sure it's working, guys, because I just put all this together. So how is northern Missouri going to look? Let's go back to our day 1. For anyone who doesn't know, I in all my videos, I go day 1, day 2, day 3. People are like, what days are you talking about? Day 1 means today. Day 2 means tomorrow. Day 3 means the next day, and so on and so on. Northern Missouri, listen, you are in... Big portion of northern Missouri is in that enhanced. I wouldn't even... don't pay attention to enhanced or slight. If you're near it, you're in the enhanced. All of Missouri is basically just treat yourself like you're in that enhanced. So if you want to talk about timing for northern Missouri, it's really hot in here. If you want to talk about timing for northern Missouri, here we go. Northwestern Missouri around 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have another round on the back end. So we're all the way through the morning. Again, evening to late evening storms will likely be worse, with some strong, heavy downpours on the back end.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
What do you think about Chicago's weather in the next couple days? Again, what? I don't think Chicago's going to have too bad of an issue over the next couple of days. They don't even have you in either of these risk zones. But going into early tomorrow morning into the afternoon, we could have some strong storms moving through Chicago. That's definitely a possibility. Not expected to be severe, but anytime there's thunderstorms, there's a chance for severe. Timing for St. Louis.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Okay. Timing for St. Louis, we're looking at potentially as early as 10 p.m. Potentially as early as 10 p.m. 11, though, right now with the latest HRRR, 11 Central. So, this could have sped up a little bit. Doesn't mean that's going to be wrong. I always say give or take an hour, but the time at the top here, if you guys can see it, as this is moving into St. Louis, it is saying 12 a.m. This is I'm Eastern time, though, so that would be 11 p.m. That would be 11 p.m. Central. Will it be slammed tonight? I'm sick of this weather up here. It's gonna get spicy tonight. Rolla and Owensville, Missouri. Are they close? Yeah, we can look at the timing for you guys. Of course, everything's possible. Very large hail, strong winds, and tornadoes. You could get an isolated cell as early as 5 p.m. There's some isolated... Sometimes you get isolated thunderstorms forming out ahead of your main frontal boundary. And so we need to be alert moving into the evening. Even in St. Louis, you could end up getting a really early thunderstorm. Probably wouldn't be as severe, but it's not impossible. But yeah, Rolla, things really look like they start to go downhill around 7 or 8 p.m., and it's going to last for a few hours, if not 4 or 5 hours. Again, when these storms initially start coming over, that tends to be where they're the most severe. Because as it rains and rains and rains and rains, the atmosphere begins to cool, and what causes unstable air is when you have warm air at the surface and cold air aloft. The warm air wants to lift into that cold air, and that friction is what causes a lot of instability. If you have warm air aloft and cold air at the surface, you're typically going to be very stable. But if you have same type temperatures above and below, it's not going to be that bad. So. But you can have. There's been situations where it rains for 4 hours somewhere, and then they get a horrible severe thunderstorm after it. So nothing's guaranteed. Timing for Centertown, Missouri. We got a lot of Missouri people in here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Centertown, Missouri. Yeah, you guys are similar. We got Jefferson City. Could see a thunderstorm as early as 5 p.m. It looks like the main event's going to be closer to 8, 9. And again, all these places, you guys know that we have all kind of the threats on the table today. Tor threat does look to be the most significant down here, though. You guys still in a big 5% up Tor threat up here, though. That's not, Ooh, just got an email. That's not anything to mess around with. Pittsburgh, Kansas. Pittsburgh's actually not in Kansas. It's in Pennsylvania. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's take a look. You guys do have actively some severe thunderstorm warnings just to your southwest, so pay attention to that. So you guys could get started here in about 30 to 45 minutes. And things look to really ignite 4 p.m. Central-ish. A couple hours, it could get worse. And your severe threat is at least lasting until 10 p.m. Central, if not later through the night. Based on the latest updates, that's what I have to say. Can't guarantee you. I'm looking at our latest HRRR model. And our 18Z is going to come out soon, so that'll be nice. Springfield, Missouri. You guys are in the bullseye for damaging winds, very large hail, and significant tornadoes. Have multiple ways to get alerts today. Please don't just rely on sirens. You guys could get going as early as 3 p.m. Central. I think the worst is going to be closer out to 5 and 6, but we've got a lot going on with you guys. You could get another round 5, 6 in the morning, too. It's going to be a long day for Springfield. Kansas City, Missouri. Yep, I've talked about it a few times, but that looks like you're going to get going probably 3-4 Central, and your threat, you could see you could be seeing thunderstorms. I can't talk all the way through the morning hours, but your most significant threat is definitely going to be in the mid to late afternoon or mid to late evening. I'm going to turn these alerts off since I already have mine. So let's quickly.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
There we go. I will turn this off. Okay, and I will also turn this off. And I'll turn this off. Okay. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to keep answering questions. What about Alabama tomorrow? Especially Central. Well, I'll take another look, but Central to Northern Alabama did look a little bit spicy. And yes, it is. We could even get a moderate in there tomorrow. I don't actually expect a moderate tomorrow, but it's still on the table for sure. So that moderate might even be in through Florence and Huntsville, so we'll have to watch that closely. Yeah, Texas tonight, Northeastern Texas. You already got stuff going on, but Northeastern Texas really needs to pay attention, please, including Dallas-Fort Worth. We saw what was happening down there yesterday. Okay, give me not literally half a second, but you know what I mean. My son's a maniac. He's tormenting the dog. He's tormenting my wife. He's tormenting my 2-week-old infant. He's tormenting everyone. Woo! I heard it gets better once they turn 3, though. I'm just kidding. I heard it gets worse. Okay. I'm back. Plainfield, Illinois tomorrow. Let's take a look at Plainfield, Illinois. Plainfield, Illinois. You guys are just outside of that marginal. You guys could definitely get some severe weather up there, though. There's plenty of time for that thing to expand. And sometimes these risk zones, they don't take into account the transition from day 2 into day 1. They just relocate instead of understanding how this is an active, moving risk zone. So, well, it's hard for them to annotate that without explaining it. So you guys probably will be in that marginal for a little bit, especially morning into the early afternoon. Brett, I appreciate you. Brandon, Angel Face, what's the timing for Wichita? I don't know. You tell me. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look. Ooh, 18Z. 18Z hers out. Storms want to fire up there with around Wichita at 7 p.m. And then you've got another boundary right back there at around, about 7 p.m. And we got another boundary out there at around 11. You guys could have a nocturnal threat in Wichita, too. We're going to have to watch midnight to 4 a.m. with that second round of storms in the back. I don't think we're going to have a crazy amount of instability out here with this. It's going to be out ahead, but this to me looks like at around 11 p.m. This to me looks like a large wind field here.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
All right. Thanks for letting us know. Ah. Crap. 1 second, guys. There we go. Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Maya K said. So Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah, you guys are going to get started a little bit earlier in the day. I like the way you spelled that, though. NWBRAKA. Nebraska. That's all I'm going to call it now. So, guys, if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, you definitely could see things start going downhill as early as 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. And it does look like hopefully your severe threat will be pulling out around 10 p.m. the latest, but we'll still have to watch. Anyone else in chat from Omaha, Nebraska? Where's my Nebraska people at? I love it. I'm not even being mean. I think that's funny. I swear to God, I actually thought it was funny. I've seen quite a few. Yes. It sounds like something from a Key and Peele skit. Hey, you from Nebraska? Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines, Iowa. You are in that slight today, and things get a little spicy around 5 p.m. Central Time. To me, I'm concerned with a little bit of flash flooding, especially up here to the north. But you do have a little bit of a hail, tor, and wind risk, of course. You're in a slight categorical risk. That's a 2 out of 5. You're not crazy far away from that 3 out of 5 enhanced. Yankton, South Dakota. Here, let me answer some questions over on YouTube real quick. I'll keep answering on both. What do you think about day 2? If you had to outline the strongest area, looking at the radar and ingredients, what would you outline? This. Western Tennessee, Eastern Arkansas, Northern Mississippi, Southwestern Kentucky. That's what I do. Now let's take a look at what the day 2 is. Okay, they have this a little bit over here. But I've seen some really sketchy stuff coming through over here. Northwestern Mississippi, Western Tennessee again.
New information.
Southwestern
this
Kentucky,
severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So, yeah, there's also something interesting happening out here in Northern Tennessee. So, yes, MK, thank you. It does help if instead of saying cities, you guys just say like Northern Missouri, Central Missouri, Northeastern Missouri, South Central, East Central Kansas, North Central Oklahoma. I can answer your questions a lot quicker that way instead of having to search every town. I mean, I know a lot of them, but I don't know all of them. Anything for Tulsa? Yes, Tulsa could get a little spicy today. Let's see when our latest. Let's see when our with our latest 18Z. We already got some storms rolling around Tulsa, but yeah, I mean within the next hour, 30 minutes to an hour, we could see a lot of storms fire off just to the west of Tulsa. So we need to be paying attention right now. Let's look at our live radar.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Tulsa, these storms that are out here right now could intensify quickly. Now, this doesn't look like it has time
New information.
to do
this
much
severe
damage to Tulsa, but that's going to be moving
updated.
off to the northeast. And we may see some more storms firing up here near OKC, Norman, and Shawnee, heading up to the northeast towards Tulsa as well. Let's see here. Just got a tornado watch for my area. Yeah, there's tornado watches for everyone in here right now, basically. If I turn on the tornado watch. Ready? Tornado watch does not mean there's a tornado on the ground, just means there's tornado ingredients in the air today. There's your tornado watches. Everyone in this zone is under a tornado watch. And that will expand off to the east. Literally every single person in there.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
So don't get too much anxiety about that. They do it out of abundance of precaution. They want people to know that there's ingredients for tornadoes in the air today. If anyone who's spamming, I am muting. Like you can ask a question more than once. I just don't want you guys to flood the comments, and then I can only see your question and no one else's. It's just not fair. But obviously you can ask it more than once. That's completely fine. Just don't bam it 20 times in 10 seconds. Central Ohio tomorrow, please, Connor. By the way, me and you share names. Strong name. Strong name. Because of that, that's why I actually went to your comment. Now everyone's going to say I have the same name as you. No. Central Ohio tomorrow. Central Ohio tomorrow doesn't look to be too bad. I'm worried about southwestern Ohio. We can go back into our day 2. This is our most updated day 2 from the SBC, Storm Prediction Center. And we do have Cincinnati, Maysville, and Huntington in that slight.
New information.
This could change. You guys may push up. It's not impossible to push a slight all the way up there into Columbus. But as of now, not looking too sketchy. And I think as we get into Wednesday, we might have a severe threat out here. But I don't think it's going to be, it's going to include Ohio. But we'll wait on that. Thanks, B. Northwest Arkansas. See, that's how I like. See, now, like, you don't have to say a city. I'm looking all up here in northwestern Arkansas. Here we go. You got some storms out here to your southwest. We're going to have a lot of storms firing up here and moving off to the northeast. So right now, you know, anywhere up here, you still got some time. We're talking about around 100 miles. There could be out to the southwest. There's some strong storms moving up there. Let's quickly take a look at our timing for northwestern Arkansas. We can go into convection allowing HRRR. And our 18Z run. Things start to really, really go downhill. Let's call it at around 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Central, especially around 6 p.m. Central. This is probably going to be your biggest tornado threat from about 6 p.m. Central until about 11 p.m. Central. So that's that 5-hour stretch, 6 to 11. And then hopefully this is just downpours with all of that behind. I don't think, you know, there could be a little bit of a threat with these thunderstorms behind, but you're going to have some pretty rain-cooled air. Shouldn't have too much instability left as that moves in. Yeah. Yeah, how can you join the Discord? Yeah, Connor's Climate Corner HQ. I post in there every single day, every morning. We got a pretty good, we got 200-something people in there now building the Climate Crew. Lots of weather resources and updates every single day. And I chat with everyone and try to answer questions off stream as well. Throughout the day, I'm always on my phone looking at my Discord when I can be. But yeah, if you become a YouTube member or if you subscribe on TikTok, you subscribe. It's only $2.99 a month, so it's cheap. You just go into your membership perks and you hit connect. If you become a member on YouTube, you just go into integration on your Discord and you literally just link your YouTube to it, and then you'll have access. Should I be worried in northern Kentucky tomorrow? Not worried, just alert. The worst of it looks to say central, well, really southern Kentucky and south. But yes, 100% alert tomorrow. 100% alert tomorrow in northern Kentucky. I think it's going to be more of a wind, hail, downpouring rain event for you guys up there. Not as much of a tornado threat, but the Rufus model put some tornadoes up there, or some tornadic looking supercells. So we've got some models showing something, so stay alert. But right now it's not looking overly concerning. But again, these are models. They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to know exactly what's going to happen. So it's better to have an abundance of caution. This is not the look on TikTok, by the way. If you're... Yeah, this is the look on TikTok. That's TikTok right now. If you turn your phone sideways. Well, see, that's vertical, but you can just click the little button right there on the side. Right there. And then it's the same thing on YouTube. Dude, Connor, do you see the tornado in Kansas? Easily EF5. Oh, I was covering it until 2 in the morning almost. Yeah, it looked like it was 2 miles wide. Went right over. Where's the little town? It's right over here. It was right over here. There's Hutchinson. It was heading towards Hutchinson. There's Abbeville. Plevna. Here it is. Went right over this little town. Apparently no reported fatalities, but this tornado emergency was headed towards them for a long time. Alerts were out. They all knew what was going on. I heard some people left. Some people did have there were storm shelters. I guess a couple storm shelters in the city. Sounded like these alerts actually really saved a ton of people here, because we did have basically a 2-mile wide. I think they labeled it an EF4. Go directly. I mean, literally this arrow directly over this city. The entire city was in the tornado. There wasn't one section of the city that wasn't it. The tornado was like this around it. Like, at least on the radar. And
New
we
information.
saw the damage
This
when they pulled into the
considerable
city last night.
severe
We were covering
thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Okay, we've got a considerable thunderstorm warning. Let's take a look at that. We got 6 alerts right now. One of them is considerable. 2-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, considerable damage threat. Murray, Oklahoma. Murray, Oklahoma. Carter, Oklahoma. Johnson, Oklahoma. Pontotoc, Oklahoma, and Cole, Oklahoma. In and around that region, we need to be paying attention. So right here, it's moving through Sulphur, Hickory, up towards Stonewall. When you do get large hail, I always tend to check if there is rotation, because with large hail comes very strong updrafts. That's what causes the large hail typically. Well, not typically, all the time. That is what is the creator of large hail. Not tons of rotation, but this does look like a ball of hail, potentially. Right there, moving just to the southeast of Sulphur, Oklahoma. That looks like a tornado signature drop, CC drop, but there's not a strong rotation in there, so I think that's just a hail right there. Although, you know, this is getting that sketchy cyclical look here, so it's going to try. This thing looks like it's going to try to put a tornado down. So Sulphur, Hickory, Fitz, Stonewall. I'm a little bit concerned that this thing could go tornadic. Right to the east. Okay, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, storm getting sketch. It is mad sketchy look there on that storm. Lots of lightning. This is going to have some damaging wind and hail, guys, heading right through Miami, Oklahoma, Pittsburgh, Kansas, Parsons, Kansas, Carthage, Missouri. So not a ton going on right now. What I might do is I'm going to do speed round answer questions again for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to get off because I want to get on a little bit later when the event is actually taking place.
Thunderstorm warning has been updated.
When everything's kind of ramping up, and because I can't stream all day, I got my kids, but I want to be able to stream during kind of the worst.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
The worst part of this, to give people updates. Anything from mid-Missouri today? Yes, let's go back. Sorry, this is our day 2. Let's go back to our day 1. All of Missouri is under an enhanced or moderate. I don't even care that this is slight. All of Missouri. That's what we're calling it. It's close enough. As we get into late afternoon, early evening, things will go downhill, and things will be downhill until we push through the early morning hours, potentially. Everything's still on the table. Everything's still on the table.
New information. This considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Where'd they put that? Yep. Okay. They just stretched it out. Montgomery, Kansas. Labette, Kansas. 70-mile-per-hour winds, 1.5 hail, damage threat, consider it. It's literally exactly what I just told you guys like 2 seconds ago. I said this looks like it could have large hail and damaging winds. They just upgraded this to consider it 70-mile-per-hour winds. So not hard to tell. High cloud tops, lots of lightning. That means there's lots of turbulence in the air. Strong updrafts mean strong downdrafts. Simple. And I could see how this could have 70+ mile-per-hour winds, close to hurricane strength. Gusts. Cherryville, Parsons, Oswego, Pittsburgh, Chetopa, Baxter Spring, Joplin. We don't see a tornado on the ground right now, but there is damaging winds and hail, which I'd prefer over tornado at least. Not impossible that thing drops a tornado. Right now we're looking pretty good, though. This, to me, still not looking the best. Still not a tight rotation or anything, but we got to watch this heading up towards Fitzhugh, Stonewall, Ada, Oklahoma, to see if that thing goes tornadic. DFW timing. Thanks, B. DFW timing. It does help if you guys, if you're not in a major city, if you say northeast, southwest, central, stuff like that.
Has been issued.
DFW timing. You guys already got some storms moving into your region. You could get some strong storms at around 8. But again, we could get some isolated storms coming through there as early as 3 to 4 p.m. Central. We'll have to see about this. Let's call it 3 to 4 p.m. Central. And then, that disappeared. It'll come back in a second. 3 to 4 p.m. Central. And then on towards about 9 to 10 p.m. tonight. It does show some isolated, possibly strong thunderstorms moving over you guys within an hour or two. Why does this disappear? Come on, Radar Omega. 76 new followers. I appreciate you guys. Nashville, Tennessee. We do have a pretty bad threat for severe weather out there in Nashville, Tennessee tomorrow. I want to focus on today, But I can show you really quickly if we just go into our tornado threat for tomorrow, Nashville, Tennessee. You're pretty close to the center of that 10%
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Meaning EF2 plus significant violent tornado, long track tornadoes are possible in this yellow hatch region tomorrow. Not guaranteed, but possible. The ingredients will be in the atmosphere, so we need to pay attention to that. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, you guys, your threat's already started. We have these storms firing off to your south and west, and we'll have to see. We could get some
new
more
considerable severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Let's see, we'll see that on the map in a second. Some strong thunderstorms up here, guys, in Nebraska as well, moving up to the northeast towards Norfolk, Pierce, Battle Creek, St. Edward, Newman Grove. These storms that are in the southern node down here, guys, I worry about because they have all the air, real estate to themselves. You can really get some good inflow and some instability pushing into these. So I'm a little bit concerned with this region specifically right now for tornadoes. We're talking Wichita Falls region up through OKC all the way up to Bentonville, Arkansas, up to Springfield, really. I'm worried about these storms going tornadic. Currently. Strong storm or strengthening thunderstorm moving over Kansas City right now. Kansas City, Overland Park. This is intensifying. Looks to probably hold that strength off until it goes over you guys, but this is going to be moving up towards the Hamilton, Gallatin, I don't know how to pronounce that, Breckenridge, Trenton region of Missouri, and could be strengthening up there as well. Texarkana, we've got some good storms down here to your southwest. I know they don't look like much now, but they will be a lot soon. So next couple hours, we'll have to keep a look down there. We've got a really nice southern 850 millibar flow. So we're going to get a lot of moisture. The temperatures are heating up still. Temperatures are heating up. Dew points are raising. So you should have your lower level winds intensifying too as we move through the day. Fort Scott, Kansas. Let's take a look at Fort Scott, Kansas. All right, this is southeast to east central Kansas. Yeah, we've got 70-mile-per-hour winds, some decent size, close to 2-inch size hail moving up here. It is not that too far, I'd say, within the hour. These storms are only about 45 miles to your southwest. So be alert, have updates. And after these go over you guys, I don't think you're done for today. There's going to be 1 or 2 more rounds of significant weather as we move into the evening. What time should storms move out of Kansas? My boyfriend or best friend, boyfriend probably, I don't know, best friend, is on an overnight train ride from southwest Kansas to Kansas City. It's going to be a pretty long day for Kansas. Our highest level of severity for Kansas is likely going to last until about 10 to 11 p.m. tonight. And then these storms on the back end look dangerous potentially too. We're talking 3 to 4 in the morning.
This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
We might not have the instability for this to be severe. So, but we'll have. It's a long day, especially for eastern Kansas. I got to get off and I got to do some stuff with my son. And I'm gonna be back on in a couple hours, guys, to cover this. So, but I do need to take a break because I want to be able to spend some time with him and then get on and do cover this a little bit later. I do quickly want to go over everything. I know you guys have a lot of questions. I know I can't answer all of them, but I'm going to go over a lot of things.
A new considerable severe thunderstorm warning
really
has
quick,
been issued.
Let's go over where these warnings are. The considerable ones, at least, because there's a lot. 2-inch hail, considerable damage threat, 60+ mile per hour gust. Murray, Carter, Johnston.
New information. This severe thunderstorm warning has been updated.
Pontotoc, Oklahoma, Cole, Oklahoma. Okay, we've got inch and a half, 70 mile per hour gust, inch and a half hail, 70 mile per hour gust, Lebec, Kansas, Montgomery, Kansas, and the surrounding regions. Almost 2-inch hail, 60 mile per hour gust, damage threat considerable through a big portion at Hughes, Murray, Garvin, Cole, surrounding regions, Oklahoma, and then also in Neosho, Kansas, considerable damage threat, 70 mile per hour gust, and inch and a half size hail. Guys, next hour or so, next 2 hours, we're probably going to see a lot of thunderstorms along this boundary. If you're out here, hour or two. If you're not in a thunderstorm now, you're going to see some dark clouds. We are going to have a one wave of bad weather moving through, which is the first one you're seeing now, which is this boundary. Then we're going to get a second, and then we're going to get a third. The first and second are going to be the most severe. The third's probably not going to be as severe, but you can see when we look at the HRRR, if this model's right, this is the latest model. This is what it's thinking. It's our best short-range model we can really work with right now. Here we go. That first boundary moves through. We've kind of got a second one behind it, and maybe this third one that moves through central Kansas and in through northern Missouri there. So we've kind of got three separate things going on here. You can see like this. And so again, I think I'm worried about these two. We'll have to watch this out here. Typically, you're going to have a little bit more stability after you have all of this rainfall out ahead of this, but we'll have to watch it. Do not think that if you are not in this red or orange that you don't need to watch out for weather alerts and have a plan today. Everyone needs to have a plan, including down here in the southeast. The latest models haven't been showing much, but there's still the potential for some damaging storms out here from Chattanooga all the way down through Gainesville, Georgia, out there towards central South Carolina up through Greenville. So, and then southwestern Smoky Mountains out there in North Carolina up through Athens, Tennessee. Like I said, if you guys are new here, I do post every day and I do stream every day or every night when I'm available, which is typically 6-7 days a week. I'm almost on every single night. If you do sub, you get access to the Discord. And if you become a YouTube member, you get access to the Discord. And we're in there off stream, updating and talking to everyone. So I appreciate you guys. I'll be back on in a couple hours. Everyone stay safe. And mods, I appreciate you, Climber Crew. I will put in the Discord. I'll give you a 15 to 30 minute heads up when I'm about to go live again later. And hopefully we don't see anything crazy. All right. I appreciate all of you. Mesomat should be on right now, and he will answer all your questions. He has a bunch of mods in there that answer questions too, who are trained. MESOMATT. Mesomat. He's awesome. I'm part of his team. So go over there, show him some love, and he has a ton of people in there that can help answer your questions. I will see you guys
a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.